So tomorrow is Holocaust Memorial Day, and it's a massive code red. In the morning, booms were heard all over Israel, especially in the north. Ballistic missiles launched at Israel from Yemen from the terror group called Ansar Allah, the Houthis. And at 3:58, IDF confirms that there was a launch. Well, check this out. That there was a launch onto Israel territory. Aerial defense systems were operating to intercept the threat, and public is instructed to stay indoors, get in your bomb shelters. The booms were really, really loud, and throughout the Galilee and everything, Haifa area, and so they are striking in areas they don't normally strike in, right? It's the first time they shot towards the Haifa region, and it's also, just before that, the Day of Rage, global Day of Rage. Israelis are instructed by the government to make sure you don't go in areas of increased tension, camouflage yourself, make sure you don't have a kippah, a yarmulke on your head, maybe not a Star of David, and notify the Israeli Foreign Ministry in case of escalation points. So it's really an interesting time. And look at this shark attack, rare, fatal shark attack. It's only the third time since 1948. Experts think it's because of the warm water. We don't know exactly what it is, but seasonal fish die-offs. Maybe they think it's easy eatings here. It was so scary to see these children swimming there in Bat Yam. I was there swimming with my kids not that long ago. And suddenly, the sharks are swimming around them. They didn't even know what to make of it. It's been so long since anyone's seen a shark. And you see what's going on around the world. There's an uptick in violence over in 24 Indian tourists and 2 foreigners from Nepal and United Arab Emirates were attacked, shot at by Pakistan-backed militants. And so you just see how Islam is rising and how terror is rising around the world. And there's those who stand with Israel and those who stand against Israel. Look at Coachella. Coachella was always a place of music and whatever. This Irish hip-hop band called Kneecap suddenly goes and says, curse, they scream a curse at Israel and say free Palestine. Why don't they say free Palestine from Hamas? They accused Israel of genocide, false accusation, and about 125,000 people joined in chanting free Palestine. And they don't know that we completely left Gaza in 2005. They're not talking about the atrocities that Hamas continues to do, not only to Israel, but to their own people. I'm so honored to serve actually in the Combat Engineer Corps, where we actually put up barriers like this one that I'm in right now. And so we use even very cool, there was a write-up just recently about very cool technology that we use. One is the Panda. It can detonate and detect and detonate hidden explosives, IEDs, like finding landmines, and it can drive autonomously. That's right. It's like a robot joystick, and this is something that was previously secret, but now it's all over the news, so I'm able to talk about it. Equipped with precision, scissor tools, with like human-like dexterity. These robots are helpful to us. I know it's kind of scary to have robots on the battlefield, but soon, I think robots, we have some very good robotics that are developed with Yahalom, with my unit. And so you can read about this in Jerusalem Post. I'm not giving away any secrets. And on the ground, we're continuing to develop tools that we need for combat engineer specific tasks. And with landscape that sometimes humans can't really operate in, you need the top of the top development. Now look at this ceasefire truce, this truce that they're developing in exchange for all Palestinians to be released, full Israeli withdrawal, they're saying, from the Gaza Strip, not dismantling entirely Hamas. I say no. I say absolutely not. They're just going to come back and continue to do their attacks that they did before. We have to keep the pressure on. That's what we need to do. Exactly what we need to do. And what do you think about this? The press release, you have 10,000 FBI documents relating to the 1968 assassination of Robert F. Kennedy, RFK. And now you have RFK Jr. working with Trump. And so you have this assassination by a Palestinian called Sirhan. We knew this, and he was really, Sirhan, Bishara Sirhan, was from he's an Arabic guy from Jordan, but he was actually lived in Jordan. And he says he did it in his memoirs because he doesn't like how America stands with Israel. And he killed the president. I just think, wow, look at where we stand in this time in the world. Tomorrow morning is really the Holocaust Memorial Day of Israel. And I think, where are we 70 plus years later? Where are we? Where do heroes stand like Schindler, like Corrie ten Boom? like Dietrich Bonhoeffer, where do heroes stand? I think of Deborah in the Bible, Judges 5, verse 20. From heaven the stars fought. From their courses they fought against Sisera. And the torrent Kishon swept them away. The ancient torrent, the torrent Kishon. What I'm going to do, friends, I want to send you personally a patch. If you donate $500 or more to help the soldiers with the equipment they need, $500 or more dollars, just write in the notes, patch, okay? Write in the note, patch. If you do $500 or more, I personally am going to mail you this patch. Check it out. This very patch right here. Check it out on my arm. That patch. See this?